This is my room, but today I'm going to transform it into my dream gaming room, featuring cutting-edge tech that you've never seen before. Because after I built this room last year, well, it immediately began falling apart. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The whole wood panel is falling off. Yeah, this room needs a huge upgrade. So, after clearing the entire room... Okay, I just got the whole room entirely cleared. Only that I had forgotten to remove these old sticky wall panels, which unfortunately left a ton of this sticky glue, which has completely destroyed my walls. Oh! And after hours of scrubbing the wall, well, the wall wasn't looking great, but we were now ready to begin building the room. Now, the first crucial step is to paint the room. Before I began this room, I actually 3D modeled exactly what my dream gaming room should look like. And to make this design, we need to paint this entire room white. So it was time to begin shopping for painting supplies. And while I was at the paint store, I made sure to get the cleanest of white paint, the best painting tools, and it was only when I got back I realized I didn't buy a sheet to cover the floor with. I just hope I don't get any paint on the floor. A single drop and my dad is definitely gonna kill me. This room is honestly about to get so much brighter. And so I began painting, making sure to be as careful, but also as fast as possible. And one thing I haven't mentioned yet is I only have 7 days to complete this room, because on game night, my friends are going to mercilessly judge this room. But already I was beginning to face another problem. I'm starting to get paint brain. Pop, pop, poop, beep. Paint! Painting! Oh, I love painting! Who got the paint brain? I got the paint brain. Who got the paint brain? Say it! I got the paint. And despite my best and sincere efforts, my tiredness did slow me down. And it was already day 2. Okay, it is now day 2. And hey, I'm not going to lie, I think we've made pretty good progress. But of course, we have a couple issues. Now, as you can see, we definitely need a second coat of paint. And that's a problem. Because, well, we've ran out of paint. Which leads to our second problem. I have not yet bought the IKEA furniture for this room. So it turns out a new IKEA was built and opened up in my city, which means it should be easier to get IKEA products. Also, I thought, I went on IKEA to begin searching for all the things I needed for the room. There it is, okay. Oh no, wait, what? Wait, what? Every single item we needed was out of stock, or just plain undeliverable in time. How am I going to get the stuff for this video? I'm gonna try and figure it out off camera, see if I can get it click and collect. Well, it turns out you can actually hire a team of delivery vans to park in a supermarket parking lot where they will wait for you and give you your IKEA furniture. And now that we have all of our IKEA furniture, I went to get new paint. I also went shopping for a blackout blind for my window, but I quickly noticed a problem.
All of these blinds. Not one is big enough to actually fit the entire window.
I needed a 200 centimeter blind.
We're gonna have to look elsewhere. Yeah.
But with our paint acquired, I got to work painting as fast as possible. And with that said, our painting is finally finished. And that night, I bought many of the most crucial items for the room. And before I knew it, it was now day 3. Good afternoon, everyone. It is day 3, and you heard me right, afternoon. Basically, I got up really early and covered this entire wood paneling in white wood dye to kind of achieve this frosted effect, and I think it kind of worked out. But today, we might just have our biggest challenge yet. Or at least very soon. But first, I need to get all this paint off the floor before my parents notice. Not only did this take an unreal amount of time and scraping, but hey, my floor cleaner broke. Not good. Why, dude? So after tidying the room, it's time for the next stage. and that is building the furniture for this room. Today, a lot of our furniture deliveries have arrived. Like this huge 65-inch 4K TV. And this is only the beginning of some of the things we've bought for this room. And with our newly acquired IKEA furniture, we can begin to build our gaming desk. Now, I'm planning to build a corner desk setup right here because right now I'm imagining a huge, absolutely insane, futuristic L-shaped gaming desk setup. Now, right here is where our desk is going to go. So, let's get to work. That is heavier than it looks! And as always, I got to work, building and assembling the IKEA drawer for the desk. And with every screw added bit by bit, things were coming together. All that was left to do was build the drawers themselves, install each drawer, bring in the other drawer units I had already built, and after securing the drawers to our desktop... Oh, that looks sick! Oh my gosh, that looks so good! And not only is this desk absolutely huge, but it also comes with an incredible amount of storage space. And if we go ahead and add some simulated RGB lighting, you can only imagine just how good this desk setup will be when it's complete. But that's all I could do in day 3. Good morning, everyone. It is day 4. Now, I will admit today I overslept, and it is already 11:59. However, I did wake up to some bad news today, that being one of the main deliveries for the room has been delayed. And on top of that, we are running behind schedule. And with our TV stand arrived, I immediately began working on building the TV stand. Because later on in this video, I'm planning on building one of the most immersive TV gaming experiences possible using something called fancy LEDs. How is this big enough to be a TV stand? I have bought a 63-inch TV stand for a 65-inch TV. Yeah, I can only pray when I build this TV stand and put the TV on top, it doesn't just fall apart, break in two, and destroy everything.
I don't think it's supposed to be able to do that.
Despite being a total silly Billy, I managed to make some epic progress. And before you could even say TV stand, the TV stand was complete. And there we go, I just finished. It actually wasn't that hard to build. And with just a little bit of lighting, you can really see the vision, and the room is coming together incredibly. But just before we can finish our ultimate immersive TV gaming setup, it was time to begin a major part of the room's design. Basically, we will be putting shelves across this entire wall above the setup. And luckily for me, my dad was willing to help. So these shelves are going to go above the desk, and they're going to match the L-shaped pattern that the desk makes. The only problem is cutting these shelves is really not easy. But after a lot of precise measuring and planning, one by one, we were figuring it out. And as you can tell by this time-lapse, progress wasn't quite straightforward. On day 5, I tried continuing the shelves without my dad. But let's just say things weren't going great. I am really struggling. I didn't know yet, but the way I had this tool set up was skewing my otherwise accurate measurements. They just don't go on. It's just slightly too long. What am I not factoring in? I have no idea. How are you supposed to cut a millimeter? I decided to take a break from doing shelves until my dad could help me again, which of course wouldn't be until tomorrow because he's away from home. Great. So, for the meantime, we're going to begin the setup wall design, as well as the entire rest of the room with this spaceship wall paneling. Now, not only have I used these in my bedroom gaming setup upstairs, but I've got a design for these that will make the entire wall look super 3D. I just hope nothing goes wrong before I even start. Oops. Oh my gosh. Look, I just hit the TV. Oh my gosh, I just caught the edge of a panel. I had to begin unboxing the TV early to make sure I didn't just destroy it before even getting to see it. Oh my gosh, there's another layer of cardboard. I can't begin to tell you how relieved I felt in this moment. Anyway, back to beginning our wall design. For this wall design, I had to grab my wood. Trust me, it'll make sense. I got to work cutting and screwing together these wood pieces. I promise it will make sense. Installing each piece on the backs of the wall panels. Then the time came to stick this wall panel design to the wall.
Come on.
I was so worried it would just fall off, completely eliminating the potential of this design. But after installing one, my confidence went right up.
Establishing panel connection, here we go.
After seeing just how cool this raised 3D wall design was, I just knew I had to continue it onto the other wall. And as it turned from day to night, I continued. That looks so good.
And we still have so much more paneling to do.
I feel so tired right now. It's like 1 a.m. But dude, look at that.
Unfortunately, that was all I could do on day 5.
It is day 6. I feel like I'm stretching the limits of what I can get done within a week with these videos. We've only got one more day before we have to finish this room. Like, it's kind of getting a little tight now. I'm really trying to hit 1 million subscribers, if you can't tell.
So please subscribe so we can hit 1 million subscribers. It's been my dream to hit 1 million subs, and only you can make it come true. So please do it! I started off day 7 with some progress on our 3D wall design, but even this is not done.
I can't do any more until my dad gets back because he's got the tool I need, which will be in a couple hours. But for the meantime, I have something that I really want to try. So some of you might have noticed the tops on the 2 desks don't really match, and well, I have a solution for that. A couple of weeks ago, I was watching a video by Tech Tesseract, a YouTube channel, where they were basically showing their really cool gaming room, which by the way was a massive source of inspiration for this room. Anyway, I noticed in the video that basically they wallpapered their desk. Which sounds kinda dumb, but I want to try it.
So I picked up this wallpaper that kind of reminds me of what the moon's surface looks like.
I've never done this before, so I have no idea if it's going to look good.
At first, I wasn't really sure how this was going to turn out, and I really thought we were heading to disaster. But despite my nervousness, it actually ended up looking really cool. So I wallpapered the other side of the desk. I honestly never imagined it looking this good. But this is just the beginning of our desk setup. Because now that my dad is back, my absolute goated dad got to work installing the final shelves. Real quick, I just want to say thank you to my dad for helping me. I know he's watching this video right now, and he always helps me with these videos. So thank you, Dad. It means a lot. So as he got to work installing the final shelves where I couldn't, meanwhile, I struggled to put up a blind for an hour straight.
I'm definitely getting further in.
Yeah, getting nowhere.
Oh, I hate this. I've done like 12 holes. I've tried everything.
Now, I didn't know this at the time, but there's actually a metal plate inside the wall called a window lintel, which, long story short, was preventing me from drilling into the wall. It's becoming clear that this was not going to work. So instead, I got creative and decided to try cutting it. Trust me, it'll make sense. So it would fit inside the window frame instead of above the window. It's funny how when I slow down this time lapse, you can actually see how stressed I was. Aww.
I did it. I did it.
I'm just glad I was able to build it. But since I also have everything I need for a small standing desk, I decided to build one. Except the tabletop did not fit, which luckily, after a few frame adjustments, I was able to make the desk fit this small desktop.
But now, the part that I've been waiting for.
Seeing what this huge 65-inch TV looks like.
Oh, it's so much heavier than it actually looks. I'm not weak, I swear. Oh my goodness. This thing looks insane. Now, I'm also planning on gaming on this TV, so it's not totally overkill, but it's kind of.
I was then tasked with setting up the TV.
65, 66, 67.
And I swear, this TV has the goofiest voice setting ever.
Country United Kingdom checked. Accessibility settings adjust viewing environment. Accessibility settings.
But after setting everything up on the TV, we can finally check out some content to see how good it looks. And yeah.
Oh my gosh. It looks like I'm inside this glass bottle, dude. Look at that. That is one of the best purchases I've ever made.
And sure, it is immersive. But it could be better. And I knew exactly what was needed to take this TV setup to the absolute next level of immersion. Honestly, things are about to get pretty crazy.
So a week ago, whilst planning this video, I was researching ways in which I could make the most immersive movie and gaming TV experience. Now, if you didn't know, you can actually get LEDs that are supposed to match what's happening on your display. But a lot of them, let's just say, seemed very gimmicky.
That was until fancy LEDs themselves reached out to me.
and actually agreed to send over one of their fanciest TV lighting solutions. This is the Fancy LED's free HDMI 2.1 fancy sync box, which aims to completely transform your viewing experience. Instead of just having flat lighting behind your TV like standard LEDs,
or even worse, having no lighting at all, the Fancy LED's sync box actually syncs lighting with what's being displayed on the TV in real time, thanks to its included super bright LEDs, and also the fact that this thing plugs directly into your TV. So, I got to work unboxing it, and setting it up for my TV, as well as the RGB strip which is included.
And what's great about Fancy LEDs is just how easy they are to install.
Firstly, you get these strong corner brackets, which are designed with self-adhesive to stick on the corners of your TV. And after installing them perfectly, it was time to install the RGB strip.
Whoa.
Which, being self-adhesive and designed to stick onto the brackets, literally took no time to install. And after plugging the sync box in,
whoa! All I have to do is connect it into my TV.
And guys, this is what it looks like.
Dude. It's working! Dude, it's working!
Honestly, it is ridiculous how a little bit of lighting can completely transform an experience. I don't even have the words to tell you how good this looks in person.
And you can actually customize the LEDs, whether this be the brightness level or level of diffusion.
There are also different scenes, such as rainbow or fire, and with the sync box supporting up to 8K 60Hz and 4K 144Hz, as well as support for variable refresh rates, which is really good for things like gaming, this might just be the most ultimate movie and gaming TV experience I've ever experienced.
There is currently a huge Black Friday sale happening over the weekend, so get them while you can, and also if you want to support the channel. Without Fancy LEDs, this video wouldn't be possible, so thank you, Fancy LEDs.
But with that said, it was now the end of day 6, as we move into day 7.
Good morning, everyone. Today is the final day. I'm gonna be real, I got no sleep last night. To be honest, I have no idea how I'm supposed to get through today. I am so tired. There is so much we still have to do. We don't have a setup yet. We don't have a PC, we don't have a monitor, we don't have a...
And we still need to finish the rest of our 3D wall paneling. I was really nervous because this would require precise cuts and measurements to install the paneling around the shelves. But with time getting closer to running out and tiredness at an all-time high, I knew I had to get this room done in time. So one by one, I carefully installed each panel. And with each panel taking time away, it was important to finish our wall decoration as soon as possible. The entire setup wall is complete, so all that is left to do is some extra little designs across the room.
Okay, I think we've done enough spaceship wall paneling. Like, seriously, just look around this room. That whole wall looks so cool.
It was already 4 p.m. though. It's getting dark, and we are losing time fast.
I generally have no idea how I'm supposed to get this room done before tomorrow. I've been getting literally 4 to 5 hours of sleep maximum, and yeah, I feel like my body is trying to tell me something.
But to add to our already crazy wall design,
look at all these hexagon panels!
I bought an insane amount of these self-sticking hexagon acoustic panels, and it didn't take long to create some insane hexagon designs on the wall by layering the hexagons, and I even tried doing an entire 3D ceiling design.
Hey, yo! Oh my gosh, dude, this looks insane.
This room was really beginning to feel like a futuristic gaming paradise, and with simulated lighting, we can get a sneak peek into what this room will look like very soon. But for now, and very quickly,
I wouldn't actually recommend you guys doing this design. The reason being, if you stick these hexagonal panels to the ceiling, basically I tried taking one off to move it and it almost peeled off the entire ceiling. So unless you want to risk taking parts of your ceiling off, I would generally not recommend this.
Instead of simulated lighting, it's time to add some real lighting into the room.
Now, lighting is my most favorite part of what goes into building a room. Let me prove it! I've spent way too much money! Yeah! Yeah, we have a lot of cool lighting.
But starting off with arguably the most basic lighting, we have an RGB strip light, which I installed across the back of the top shelf.
These LEDs are gonna be so hidden. Let's see what it looks like.
That's the on button. Why are they not turning on? No, wait, why aren't they turning on? Whoa, wait.
It took me a while to realize they were sound activated.
That's so cool. Dude, look at the hexagons on the ceiling.
So I then installed a second RGB strip across the shelf below.
And it's plugged in.
What? Whoa!
We've added 2 lights, and just look how it's completely transforming the room. But it's now time to take things to the next level with these cased RGB tube strips. Not only do I have to put up multiple, but they're ridiculously expensive.
This is going to be absolutely crazy. Shelf on. Did it work? Oh my god! I wish I wasn't so tired.
And while we were making good progress on one side of a room, the other side, not so much. Specifically, this doorway. But I had a pretty cool plan to make this door look awesome. And well, yeah, it looks cool. So I also did the same for the main door. Now, you guys remember the 3D design I started on day 5? Well, it's time to complete it, with a secret RGB lighting inside. Only problem was, sticking an RGB strip behind the panels was impossible.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think that's gonna look good.
Okay.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that does not look good.
Turns out half the light wasn't working, but luckily I was able to fix it somehow by just touching it because I'm built different. This took such a long time to do.
You know what? At the beginning, I was doubtful, but that is not bad.
What almost went wrong turned out to look way cooler than I could have ever imagined. But I had spent literally all of the night of day 7 on lighting.
It's 7:30 a.m. and I still haven't slept. Wait, so does this now count as day 8? Not until I sleep. Not until I sleep. That's right, it's still day 7 because I haven't slept.
I was so tired, man.
I ended up going to bed. I'll explain. Give me a minute.
It's currently 4 p.m. on day 8. I slept for so long. We generally got so close to beating this challenge. But unfortunately, we did not complete the room in 7 days. But at the same time, to be honest, I'm not going to throw away all the effort I've put into this room over the last 7 days, just because we didn't hit a target. Also, quick update on game night. Because of Storm Benjamin, aka my name, kind of weird coincidence.
Game night has actually been moved to today, which means we can still get the room done in time.
But with most our lighting complete, we can now begin the decorating stage, which starts off with us building our absolutely huge gaming setup. But to build my dream gaming setup, well, we're going to need my dream PC.
A few months ago, I secretly built my dream PC, which I haven't used since, just for this room.
This is the most powerful PC I've ever built. With an RTX 5090 graphics card,
This PC should be able to handle the most demanding of my gaming situations. This is what Minecraft looks like on this PC.
but every insane gaming PC needs an insane gaming monitor, which is why I have this, a 4K 240Hz OLED gaming monitor.
Which I installed with these white robotic-like spaceship monitor arms. Because they blend with the background so well, the monitors almost look like they're floating.
Oh yeah! Look at that! Look at that!
Now, because this cheap old RGB strip stopped working, I knew I had to find a less messy, more impressive solution for our monitor lighting. Luckily, I had just the right thing. And now our monitor lighting is hugely improved. I then added some peripherals to our setup. I bought this super futuristic headphone stand for my gaming headphones. After that, I filled the shelves with some decoration that means a lot to me. I also bought this thing called a hypercube. It might not look very interesting, but that's because you have to turn it on. But I also bought another light which really makes the room feel like something from the future. This thing just looks incredibly cool. I added even more spaceship themed lighting, such as this door light, aka the Govi Evangelion light. And after adding some decoration to the room last minute, all that was left to do was the dreaded cable management. And while I was doing this, I would encounter one last terrible setback.
No. Oh no.
I don't know how it happened, but I had a spare monitor, thankfully. Anyways, there was one more thing. One last thing I had to do.
So a week ago, my mum messaged me really worried about her laptop. Just for a little bit of context, my mum runs her entire business at home on her laptop. And on this day, my mum went to use her laptop as usual, but she found a giant crack in it. So I decided to gift her my high-spec gaming laptop.
My mom doesn't really feature in these videos like my dad does. I just want to make sure she knows that I appreciate her. Hey, I have a surprise. Here's a new laptop.
No way. Wow, this is amazing.
Honestly, this is one of the proudest moments of my entire life.
The only problem is now I don't have a laptop, which is why I decided to buy a MacBook.
But with everything complete, it's time to reveal the final result.
I've never worked this hard on a video before in my entire life. I haven't actually seen the room with all the lights on yet. I just turned all the lights on.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh. Wow. This is actually insane. Dude, oh my gosh. Look at that TV setup. That looks so good. Yeah, shout out Fancy LEDs. This looks so good. This entire setup looks incredible. Yeah, I don't know, this just doesn't feel real. Behind the scenes, this room took a lot out of me. Like, I don't know if I can do this sort of thing ever again.
But it goes without saying, it was totally worth it. I'm honestly really proud of this room. But it is now time for game night. And what do my friends think of the room?
It's time to find out what my friends think of the room. Hello, everyone. Hey, there he is!
Why have you got a GoPro on your head?
I got a GoPro on my... dude, I do YouTube.
All my suffering over the last 7 days comes down to this one moment.
You ready?
I'm ready. Alright. Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Give me a rating on the room, both of you.
It's definitely a 9.5.
Yeah.
That night we had an incredible gaming session.
Check out Fancy LEDs and subscribe.